I was in the shop finishing a vertical weld when my phone started buzzing in my pocket. Ignored it. You don't answer phones mid-weld. That's how you ruin a bead and waste an hour of work. Finished the pass, lifted my hood, checked the weld. Clean. Solid. Exactly what it needed to be. My phone was still buzzing. I pulled off my gloves and checked. Mom. Third call in 10 minutes. I stepped outside into the parking lot. April evening, still light out, cool air after being in the shop all day. Called her back. Jakey, finally. I've been trying to reach you. I was working. What's up? We need your help this weekend. It's so exciting. I was already tired. 10-hour shift, hands sore, metal dust in my hair. I had 2 more hours of studying tonight for my certification exam on Saturday. Help with what? Cameron's moving. He got this amazing new apartment in the city. Floor-to-ceiling windows, rooftop gym. It's just gorgeous. My stomach dropped. When's he moving? Saturday, 9 a.m. Your dad already reserved a U-Haul. Mom, my certification exam is Saturday at 10. Pause. Oh. Well, can't you reschedule it? No, it's the final exam. I've been preparing for 2 years. Honey, this is important. Cameron really needs help. You know how moving is. My exam is important too. I know, sweetie, but Cameron's building a life here. This apartment is a big step for him. And certification is a big step for me. Her voice got that edge. The one she used when I wasn't being reasonable. Jake, it's just a test. You can take it another time. Cameron can't reschedule his move-in date. There is no other time, Mom. The next exam isn't for 6 months. So you'll wait 6 months. It's not the end of the world. But Cameron needs help now. Why can't he hire movers? Because family helps family. He's your brother. And honestly, Jake, I'm disappointed you're even hesitating. This is what families do. I closed my eyes, took a breath. I'm taking my exam, Mom. You're being selfish. This is typical. Typical? Yes, typical. Always putting yourself first, never thinking about the family. I could have listed every time I'd helped them move furniture, fix their plumbing, rewire their basement. Every favor I'd done while Cameron was too busy with his career. But I didn't. I have to go. Still have work to finish. Jake, don't you dare. I hung up, stared at my truck for a minute, then went back inside and finished my shift. That night, studying at my kitchen table, I got a text from Dad. Your mother told me about Saturday. Very disappointed in you. Family comes first. Didn't respond. Next text. Come to dinner tomorrow night. We need to discuss this as a family. Great. I showed up Wednesday at 6. My parents' house in the suburbs, same house I grew up in. Cameron's old room was now Dad's office. My old room was storage. Cameron was already there, sitting at the kitchen table with his laptop, probably networking. Hey bro, he looked up, grinned. Glad you're here. Check this out. He turned his laptop around. Photos of an apartment. Hardwood floors, huge windows, modern kitchen. This is my new place, 26th floor, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's incredible. How much? I asked. $2,600 a month. But it's worth it. Location, amenities, the whole package. This is where you live when you're building a brand. How are you affording that? I got a raise, $55K now. Plus I'm positioning myself for VP of marketing. Gotta invest in yourself to grow, you know? Mom brought out a casserole. Isn't it exciting? Our Cameron, moving up in the world. Dad nodded. That's what success looks like. Hard work paying off. I stayed quiet. Ate my food. So, bro, Cameron said, you're helping Saturday, right? U-Haul's reserved for 9. We should be done by noon. I have my certification exam Saturday, he laughed. Oh yeah, Mom mentioned. Certification for what? Welding? Yeah. Can't you just reschedule? It's not like it's a real exam. I looked at him. It's a real exam. I mean, it's not like college finals or anything. Just reschedule it. I can't. It's the final certification. Next one isn't for 6 months. Dad set down his fork. Jake, your brother needs help. This is more important. My career is important. Mom cut me off. Career? Jake, honey, let's be realistic here. You're a welder. Cameron's a professional marketing consultant with an MBA from a top program. He's building a life. You're playing pretend with metal. The table went quiet. I stared at her. Playing pretend? You know what I mean. It's manual labor. It's fine for now, but it's not a real career path. Cameron has a real future. You're just working with your hands. I stood up. I've been working 50-hour weeks for 2 years, learning a skilled trade. This exam qualifies me to make $75,000 a year, Dad scoffed. Don't be ridiculous. Welders don't make that much. Certified industrial welders do. Specialized welders. Pipeline welders. But you wouldn't know that because you never asked. Cameron leaned back. Dude, just skip the test. Help me move. You're being dramatic. I grabbed my jacket. Jake, sit down, Dad said. We're not finished. I am. Mom stood up. If you walk out that door, don't expect us to support you anymore. I stopped. Turned around. You never did. I walked out. Behind me, Mom's voice. You're making a huge mistake. You're throwing away your family for a stupid test. I kept walking, got in my truck, drove home, sat in my apartment for an hour, too angry to study. Finally opened my books at midnight. Studied until 3 a.m. Saturday morning, I woke up at 6. Couldn't sleep anyway. Drove to the testing facility. Arrived at 8:30. My phone had 14 missed calls. 8 from Mom, 4 from Dad, 2 from Cameron. I scrolled through the voicemails while sitting in my truck. Mom. Jake, please call us back. Cameron really needs you today. Don't be stubborn. Dad. Very disappointed, son. This is incredibly selfish behavior. Cameron. Seriously? Are you really doing this? Fine, whatever. Had to pay movers $800. Hope your little test was worth it, jerk. I silenced my phone. Walked into the testing center. 4 hours. Practical exam, written exam, everything I'd spent 2 years preparing for. When I walked out at 2 p.m., I was exhausted, hands cramping, but confident. I'd done well. I knew I had. Checked my phone in the parking lot. 6 more missed calls. Ignored them. Drove home. Collapsed on my couch. Slept for 14 hours. 2 weeks later, I got the email. Congratulations. You have successfully completed Level 2 Industrial Welding Certification. I read it 3 times. Then called my boss. Jake, I was just about to call you. Got your results. Congratulations. Thanks. We're putting you on the pipeline project starting next month. Pipeline project? Specialized work, high-pressure systems, pays $78,000 annual. I nearly dropped my phone. $78,000? Yep, you earned it. Welcome to the big leagues. After we hung up, I sat there staring at my apartment wall. $78,000. The first person I wanted to call was my mom. Then I remembered, you're just playing pretend with metal. I called my roommate instead. He was at work. Yo, what's up? I passed, and I got the pipeline job. Bro, that's incredible. How much? $78K. Holy crap. Congrats, man. We're celebrating tonight. Yeah, thanks. You tell your family yet? I paused. No? You should. This is huge. Maybe later. But I didn't call them. And they didn't call me. Radio silence for 3 weeks. I started the pipeline project. 60-hour weeks in the field, but I loved it. Real work, challenging work, good money, bought new welding gear. Started saving actual money for the first time in my life. No contact from my family. Until week 4. Text from Cameron. Hey man, can I borrow $500? Rent's tight this month. I stared at the message. Cameron made $55,000 a year, paid $2,600 in rent, leased a BMW, and now he was asking me, the guy playing pretend, for money. I typed back, no. 3 dots. Then, seriously? I'm your brother. Me. Seriously. You make 55K and choose to pay $2,600 in rent. That's your problem. Cameron. Wow. So that's how it is now? Me. Yeah, that's how it is. I blocked his number. Week 5, an unknown number called. I answered without thinking. Jake. Mom's voice, strained. What? We need to talk. About what? About Cameron. He's in trouble. I waited. He got laid off 3 weeks ago. He can't make rent, the car payment, his credit cards. He's drowning, Jake. And your father and I, we've been helping, but we can't keep. Not my problem. He's your brother. He's an adult who made bad choices. We need you to help. Just a few thousand to get him through. I hung up, sat in my truck outside the worksite, looked at my bank statement on my phone. 78,000 annual salary, 8,000 in savings. First time I'd ever had 4 figures in the bank. Thought about Mom's words. Playing pretend. Thought about Cameron's BMW, his 4th expensive apartment in 3 years, his brand building. I texted myself a note. Let it burn. Started the truck, drove back to the site, got back to work. Whatever house of cards they'd built with Cameron's fake success, it was collapsing. And I wasn't going to be the foundation they rebuilt it on. A week after Mom's call, I got a text from Dad. We need to talk. In person. This is serious. I didn't respond. Next text. Cameron's eviction hearing is Tuesday. Please call. I blocked his number too. 2 days later, someone knocked on my apartment door at 8 p.m. I was studying pipeline specs, had work at 5 a.m., looked through the peephole. Dad. I opened the door halfway. What are you doing here? You blocked our numbers. We had no choice. I blocked them for a reason. Jake, please, just 5 minutes. Against my better judgment, I let him in. He looked older, tired, sat on my couch without being invited. Cameron's in real trouble, got evicted, lost the BMW. He's back at our house with $20,000 in credit card debt. Okay? That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say? I want you to help. He's your brother. He's an adult who spent money he didn't have on an apartment he couldn't afford and a car he didn't need. That's not my problem. He made mistakes. He made choices, bad choices, repeatedly. Dad's face reddened. You're really going to abandon your family over a grudge? Grudge? You called my career pretend. Mom said I wasn't building a life. You told me helping Cameron move was more important than my certification exam. We were just trying to. You were dismissing me, like you always have. And now that Cameron crashed and burned, you want me to bail him out. That's what family does. No, that's what enablers do. Dad stood up. I can't believe how selfish you've become. I'm not selfish. I'm just done being the backup plan for your favorite son. Don't talk about your brother like that. Get out. Jake, get out of my apartment, now. He left. Didn't say goodbye. I locked the door. Went back to my specs. Hands were shaking, but I didn't call him back. 3 weeks later, I was on site when my foreman pulled me aside. Jake, got someone asking for you at the gate. Who? Your brother, Cameron? Says it's an emergency? I walked to the gate. Cameron was there, leaning against an old Honda Civic. Not his BMW. He looked terrible. Unshaven, wrinkled clothes, hollow eyes. Jake, thank God. I need to talk to you. I'm working. This'll just take a minute, please. I crossed my arms. Talk. I'm screwed, man. Completely screwed. Lost my job, my apartment, my car, living with Mom and Dad in my old room. I'm 27 years old sleeping in my childhood bed. Okay. I need help. Just a loan. 10,000. I'll pay you back, I swear. No. Jake, please, I'm drowning. Credit cards are destroying me. I can't even get an interview. You spent $2,600 a month on rent while making $55,000. You leased a BMW you couldn't afford. You lived like you made twice what you actually earned. That's on you. I was networking, building my brand. That's how you get ahead. No, that's how you go broke. Getting ahead is living below your means, saving money, and building real skills. Not pretending to be rich. His face twisted. Says the welder. Yeah, Says the welder making $78,000 a year with 8 months of savings in the bank. He blinked. Wait, 78? I'm certified now. Got the pipeline job. Exactly what I told you guys at dinner. That's more than I was making. I know. And you won't even loan me 10 grand? Correct. We're brothers. We're biologically related. That's it. You dismissed my career, supported mom when she called it pretend, and expected me to skip my exam to help you move. Now you're broke and think I owe you money. I don't. You're really going to do this? Let me lose everything? You already lost everything. That's not my fault. I turned to walk back to the site. I always knew you were jealous, Cameron shouted. Jealous that I went to college and you didn't. That I had a real career and you were just… I turned back. I was never jealous. I was just invisible to you. All of you. And now that I'm not, now that I'm actually doing well, you can't handle it. I walked away. Didn't look back. That night, my roommate Marcus came home from his shift. Found me in the kitchen making dinner. You good, man? You seem off. I told him about Cameron showing up. Damn, that's rough. What did you say? No. Good, he made his bed. My family thinks I'm the jerk. Your family spent your whole life treating you like you didn't matter. Now they want you to save them. That's rich. Yeah. How much have you saved now? 11,000, Marcus whistled. Bro, that's incredible. You're killing it. Doesn't feel like it. That's because they're trying to guilt you. Don't let them. You earned this. 2 months after blocking my parents, I got a Facebook friend request from my Aunt Linda, Mom's sister. I hadn't talked to her in years. Accepted it. She messaged immediately. Jake, I saw what's happening with Cameron. Your mom's been posting about it. Wanted to hear your side, I told her. Everything. The dinner. The playing pretend comment. The exam. Cameron's collapse. She didn't respond for 10 minutes. Then, I'm so sorry. I had no idea they treated you like that. Your mom always made it sound like Cameron was the success story and you were struggling. I'm not struggling. I'm doing fine. I can see that, and I'm proud of you, for what it's worth. Thanks. Your mom's telling everyone you abandoned the family, that you refused to help Cameron out of spite. Of course she is. Want me to set the record straight? Do whatever you want. I'm done trying to control their narrative. She posted in the family group on Facebook. I wasn't in it, but Marcus showed me screenshots. Aunt Linda. For everyone wondering about Jake, he didn't abandon Cameron. He chose his career certification over helping with a move. Cameron got laid off because his company downsized, not because of Jake. And Jake's doing well because he worked his ass off, not because he got lucky. Maybe stop blaming him for Cameron's choices. The comments exploded. Uncle Tom. Thank you. I've been saying this. Cameron lived way beyond his means. Cousin Michelle. Wait, Jake's a welder? That's awesome. Those guys make bank. Mom's comment. Linda, you don't understand the full situation. Jake has been very selfish. Aunt Linda's reply. Patricia, I understand perfectly. You called his career playing pretend. That's not being selfish. That's you being dismissive. Mom deleted her comment. Then left the group. Marcus showed me the screenshots. Dude, your aunt's a legend. Yeah, she is. How do you feel? Honestly, relieved. Someone finally said it. 3 months after Cameron showed up at my work site, I got a promotion. Lead welder on the pipeline project, $85,000 a year, small team under me, real responsibility. Boss called me into his office. Jake, you're doing excellent work, reliable, skilled, professional. We want to move you up. Thank you. This is a big step. You ready? Yes, sir. Good. Because you're exactly the kind of welder we want leading projects. I walked out of that office feeling 10 feet tall, called Aunt Linda that night. Jake, how are you? Good, really good. Just got promoted. Lead welder, $85K. That's amazing. Congratulations. Thanks. Just wanted to tell someone who'd actually be happy for me. I'm so proud of you. And Jake, your parents are going to hear about this eventually, through the family. Be ready for them to reach out. I know. What are you going to say? Nothing. I'm done explaining myself to people who don't respect me. She laughed. Good. Stay strong. 2 weeks later, Mom called from a new number. I answered without thinking. Jake. Oh, honey, I'm so glad you picked up. What do you want? I heard about your promotion. 85,000. That's wonderful. Thanks. Listen, we've been thinking. We were too hard on you. About the exam. About everything. We're sorry. I waited. And we were hoping, since you're doing so well now, maybe you could help Cameron get back on his feet? Just a small loan. He's really struggling. There it was. No. Jake, he's family. You're only calling because you heard I make good money now, not because you're actually sorry. That's not true. We've been feeling terrible. You felt terrible when Cameron crashed, not when you called my career pretend, not when you chose his move over my exam. You feel terrible now because your golden child failed and I didn't. That's not fair. It's completely fair. And the answer is no. I'm not giving Cameron money. I'm not bailing him out. He's 27. Let him figure it out. You've changed. You used to be so kind. I used to be a doormat. Now I have boundaries. Goodbye, Mom. I hung up, blocked the new number. Sat on my couch, hands shaking again. Marcus came out of his room. That them? Yeah? What did they want? Money, for Cameron. What did you say? No? Good man. He grabbed 2 beers from the fridge, handed me one. To boundaries. I clinked his bottle. To boundaries. That night, lying in bed, I thought about the last 6 months. The exam, the certification, the job, the promotion, the money I'd saved, everything they said I couldn't do, everything they dismissed as pretend. I'd built it all without them, and now they wanted in because it turned out I was right and they were wrong. Too late, the house of cards had collapsed. 6 months after my promotion, I got a call from Uncle Tom. We'd been texting occasionally since Aunt Linda's Facebook post, but he'd never called before. Jake, you got a minute? Yeah, what's up? It's about your parents, and Cameron. Thought you should know what's going on. Okay. Your dad took out a loan against their house, $25,000, to pay off Cameron's credit cards. I sat down. What? Last month. Cameron was getting collection calls, threats of lawsuits. Your parents panicked. They refinanced and gave him the money. That's insane. It gets worse. Cameron's not working, at all. Been 4 months now. He's still living with them, not paying rent, not contributing anything, just playing video games in his old room. Jesus. Your mom's been picking up extra tutoring work. Your dad took a weekend job doing taxes on the side. They're both exhausted, all to support a 27-year-old who won't even look for work. Why are you telling me this? Because there's a family gathering next month, your grandmother's 80th birthday, and your mom's been telling everyone you'll be there, that you've come around and you're helping the family again. I never said that. I figured. Just wanted to warn you. She's setting you up as the solution to their problems. Thanks for the heads up. After we hung up, I sat there for a long time. $25,000 against their house for Cameron's credit cards. The same Cameron who'd called my career pretend, who'd expected me to skip my exam for his move, who'd shown up at my work begging for money. My phone buzzed. Text from Mom's new number, the third one I'd blocked. Grandma's 80th birthday party is June 15th, 2 p.m. at the community center. She'd love to see you. We all would. I didn't respond. 2 weeks later, another text. Jake, please come to Grandma's party. It would mean the world to her, and to us. We miss you. I typed, I'll think about it. Deleted it. Typed, no. Deleted that too. Finally sent, maybe. The party was on a Saturday. I worked until noon, went home, showered, debated for 20 minutes. Marcus caught me staring at my keys. You going? I don't know. What's the worst that happens? They ambush me. Try to guilt me into giving Cameron money. So leave. You're not trapped there. Yeah, you're right. I drove to the community center. Arrived at 2:30, late enough to miss the initial crowd. Walked in. The room was decorated with photos of Grandma through the years. Family everywhere. Kids running around. The smell of potluck food. Grandma saw me first. Her face lit up. "Jakey, oh my boy, come here." I hugged her. She felt smaller than I remembered. "Happy birthday, Grandma. I'm so glad you came. I heard you've been doing well. Your Aunt Linda told me about your promotion." "Yeah, things are good. I'm proud of you. Always have been." That hit harder than I expected. Mom appeared, smiled too brightly. "Jake, you came. Oh, I'm so happy." She hugged me. I didn't hug back. "Hi, Mom. Come sit. Your father's getting food. Cameron's here too." "I'm not staying long. Just came to see Grandma." Her smile faltered. "Oh, well, at least say hello to everyone." The next hour was awkward. Cousins I hadn't seen in years asking what I'd been up to. Aunts and uncles making small talk. A few people mentioned my welding career. Word had spread through Aunt Linda. Cameron avoided me, stayed on the other side of the room talking to nobody, scrolling his phone. Dad cornered me by the drinks table. "Jake, good to see you." "Dad, how's work?" "Good, busy." "That's good, that's good." Silence. "Listen, son, I know things have been difficult between us, but we're still family, and I was hoping we could talk about helping Cameron." "No? You didn't even let me finish. You were going to ask me for money, for Cameron, and the answer is no. He's really struggling. We're all struggling. We took out a loan to help him, but he still needs—" "You took out a loan against your house for his credit card debt. That was your choice, not my problem." Dad's face reddened. "How did you—" "Uncle Tom told me." Tom had no right. He had every right. He was warning me this was coming. "Jake, please, just hear me out. We're a family. We help each other. You help Cameron. You've been helping Cameron his whole life, given him everything, and he's still failing. At some point, you have to let him face consequences." "That's easy for you to say. You don't have kids. You don't understand what it's like to watch your child suffer. I watched you treat me like I didn't matter for 24 years. I understand suffering just fine." I walked away, found Grandma. "I need to go. Work tomorrow." She squeezed my hand. "I understand. Thank you for coming. It meant everything to me." "Happy birthday, Grandma." I was almost to the door when Cameron blocked my path. "Running away again?" "Move, Cameron. You really showed up just to make a point, huh? Just to rub it in everyone's face that you're doing fine while I'm drowning." "I came for Grandma. That's it. You could help me. You're making 85K. You could loan me enough to get back on my feet?" "No. Why not?" "Because you haven't learned anything. You're still the same entitled person who thought I should skip my exam for your move. The same person who called my career pretend. You haven't changed. You just want someone else to fix your mess. I made mistakes. You made choices. And now you're facing consequences. That's life. You're really going to let me lose everything?" "You already lost everything. I'm just not saving you from it." Mom rushed over. "Jake, please don't leave like this. Let's talk." "There's nothing to talk about. You want money for Cameron. I'm not giving it. That's the end of the conversation. We're your family. You're people I'm related to who never respected me until I had money you wanted. That's not family." I walked out. Got to my truck. Hands shaking. My phone buzzed before I even started the engine. Aunt Linda. "Heard it got heated. You okay?" "Yeah, I'm good." Linda. "Proud of you for standing your ground." "Thanks. For what it's worth, your grandma understands. She told me afterward that she's glad you came." That's all I cared about. 3 weeks later, I was on a job site when my foreman pulled me aside again. "Jake, your mom's called the main office 4 times today. Says it's an emergency. Tell them to stop answering." "That bad?" "Yeah." That night, I came home to find Marcus on the couch with a concerned look. "Your mom came by." "What?" "Yeah, said she's been trying to reach you, that it's urgent." "What did you tell her?" "That you weren't home. She asked when you'd be back. I said I didn't know." "Thanks." She left a letter. He handed me an envelope. My name written in Mom's handwriting. I opened it. Jake, we're desperate. I know you're angry, and you have every right to be. We said terrible things. We didn't support you when we should have. We were wrong. But Cameron's in crisis. Real crisis. He's depressed, not eating, barely leaving his room. We're scared for him. We need $15,000 to get him into a debt management program and cover his expenses while he looks for work. We've already borrowed against the house. We can't do more. Please. He's your brother. Don't let him fall apart completely. If not for him, then for us. We're drowning trying to keep him afloat. Mom? I read it twice, then put it on the kitchen table. Marcus looked at me. What's it say? They want $15,000 for Cameron. You gonna give it to them? No. Good. Am I being a jerk? No, you're protecting yourself. That's healthy. It doesn't feel healthy. That's because they trained you to feel guilty for having boundaries. But boundaries aren't cruel. They're necessary. I picked up the letter, read it again. Then I did something I'd been avoiding. I wrote back, Mom, I'm not giving Cameron money. Not $15,000. Not $1,000. Not $1. Here's why. You called my career playing pretend. You told me Cameron was building a life and I wasn't. You prioritized his apartment move over my certification exam, an exam I'd been preparing for 2 years. You gave Cameron everything: college tuition, car down payments, security deposits, bailouts, and he burned through it all. I got nothing. I built everything myself. And now that I'm succeeding and he's failing, you expect me to fund his recovery. The answer is no. Not because I'm cruel. Not because I don't care. But because giving him money won't fix his problems. It'll just delay the consequences he needs to face. He needs to hit bottom. Really hit it. Not have you cushion his fall with loans and bailouts and guilt trips aimed at me. Let him fail. Let him lose everything. Let him rebuild from zero like I did. That's the only way he'll learn. And maybe, when he's on the other side of that, when he's actually put in the work and become someone who takes responsibility, maybe then we can have a relationship. But not before. I hope you and Dad stop enabling him. For your sake and his. Jake, I sealed it. Mailed it the next day. Didn't expect a response. Didn't get one. 2 months later, Uncle Tom called again. Cameron got a job. What? Retail, part-time. Your parents finally cut him off. Told him he had to contribute or leave. He got a job at Target, overnight stocking. Seriously? Yeah, been there 3 weeks. He's miserable, but he's working. Your parents are charging him rent too. $300 a month. Good for them. I think your letter did it. Your mom showed it to your dad. They had a long talk. Realized they couldn't keep propping him up. How's Cameron taking it? Like you'd expect, complaining, but showing up. That's something. After we hung up, I sat with that information for a while. Cameron was working. Actually working. It wasn't much, but it was a start. I didn't call him, didn't reach out. But for the first time in a year, I felt something other than anger toward him. Maybe pity. Maybe hope. I wasn't sure yet. 4 months after Grandma's party, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. This is Cameron. I know you probably won't respond. But I wanted to say something. I stared at it. Then, I was wrong. About everything. About your career, about the exam, about expecting you to bail me out. I've been working at Target for 4 months now. It's humbling. I get it now. What real work feels like. What struggling actually means. Another message. I'm not asking for anything. Just wanted you to know I'm sorry. And I'm trying to do better. I read the messages 3 times, then typed, "Good luck." Sent it. Didn't block the number. But didn't say anything else either. That night, Marcus asked how I felt about it. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he's changing, maybe he's not. Time will tell. You gonna let him back in? Eventually, maybe, when he's proven it's real, not before. That's fair. I looked out the window of our apartment. Thought about the last year, the exam, The job, the promotions, the money saved, the boundaries set, everything I'd built while they fell apart. I didn't feel guilty anymore. A year after Cameron's apology text, I was installing a custom ventilation system on a refinery when my phone rang. Grandma. I stepped away from the site, pulled off my gloves. Hey, Grandma. Jake, sweetheart, how are you? Good. Busy. How are you? I'm well. Listen, I wanted to tell you something before you heard it from someone else. Cameron got promoted at Target. He's assistant manager now, full-time. I didn't know what to say. That's good. He's been there 14 months. Your Aunt Linda says he's actually showing up working hard. He moved into his own apartment last month. Small place, but he's paying his own rent. Good for him. And Jake? He asks about you sometimes. Not asking for anything. Just asks how you're doing. What do you tell him? That you're doing wonderfully, because you are. After we hung up, I stood there for a minute. Cameron working, living on his own, not asking for money. Maybe people could change. 3 months later, I got a promotion to project supervisor. $92,000 a year, managing a team of 8 welders across 2 sites. Marcus took me out for drinks to celebrate. Bro, you're killing it. 25 years old, making almost 6 figures. Feels surreal. You earned it. All of it. Yeah. You ever think about reaching out? To your family? Sometimes. Not to my parents yet. Maybe Cameron, eventually. What's stopping you? I want to make sure it's real, that he's actually changed, not just temporarily behaving until he needs something again. That's fair. 2 weeks later, I got a text from Cameron. Hey, I know we haven't talked, but I wanted you to know I got promoted. Assistant manager. I'm doing okay now. Not great, but okay. Thought you'd want to know. I stared at the message, then typed, Congrats. That's good progress. Cameron. Thanks. Means a lot coming from you. Me. How's the job? Cameron. Humbling. I manage college kids who work circles around me. Makes me realize how entitled I was. Me. Self-awareness is a start. Cameron. Yeah. Hey, I know I don't have the right to ask, but would you want to get coffee sometime? No expectations, just brothers talking. I didn't respond immediately. Showed Marcus the text. What do you think? He asked. I don't know. Part of me wants to. Part of me thinks it's too soon. What does your gut say? That maybe he's earned a conversation, not a relationship, but a conversation. Then do it. But keep your boundaries. I texted back, maybe, let me think about it. Cameron. Take all the time you need. I'll be here. A month later, I agreed to coffee. We met at a cafe halfway between our places. Neutral ground. Cameron arrived first. He looked different. Thinner, more tired, but cleaner. More put together than at Grandma's party. Hey, he said when I sat down. Hey. Awkward silence. Thanks for coming, he said. I wasn't sure you would. Almost didn't. I get it. I wouldn't have either. We ordered coffee, sat in silence for a minute. So, Cameron started, I've been in therapy for about 8 months now. Good. My therapist helped me see a lot of things. About how I treated you. About the entitlement. About expecting everyone else to fix my problems. Okay. I was a jerk. To you specifically. I dismissed your career, supported Mom when she called it pretend, expected you to skip your exam for my move. That was all wrong. Yeah, it was. I don't have an excuse, I thought I was better than you, because I had a degree and you didn't, because I wore a suit and you wore work boots. I was wrong. He looked down at his coffee. Working at Target broke me, in a good way. I spent months stocking shelves overnight, taking orders from teenagers, barely making rent. It made me realize what real work is, what you'd been doing since you were my age. I'm glad you figured it out. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I know that's not something you just give. But I wanted you to know I'm sorry. Really sorry. And I'm working on being better. I studied him. He seemed genuine, broken, but genuine. I appreciate the apology. But I'm not ready to have you back in my life. Not fully. Maybe someday. Not now. I understand. I hope you keep doing better. I hope you build something real. But I can't be part of that process. That's fair. We finished our coffee, talked about small things. His job, my projects. Nothing deep. When we left, he extended his hand. I shook it. Take care, Cameron. You too, Jake. I drove home feeling lighter. Not fixed. Not whole. But lighter. 6 months after that coffee, I bought a house. Small 3-bedroom in a decent neighborhood. Nothing fancy but mine. Paid 20% down with money I'd saved over 2 years. Marcus helped me move in. Dude, you own a house at 26. That's incredible. Feels good. You gonna tell your family? Maybe, eventually. I didn't tell them right away, but word spread through Aunt Linda anyway. 2 weeks after moving in, I got a letter in the mail. From my parents. Jake, we heard about your house. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. We know we don't have the right to ask, but we'd love to see it sometime. When you're ready. No pressure. We've been doing a lot of thinking about how we treated you, about the things we said. We were wrong. About your career, about the exam, about prioritizing Cameron over you. We're sorry. We should have been proud of you from the beginning. Should have supported your choices. Should have recognized that you were building something real while Cameron was building debt. We hope someday you'll let us back into your life. But we understand if that day never comes. We're proud of you. We should have said that every day for the last 26 years. Mom and Dad. I read it 3 times. Put it in a drawer. Didn't respond. But I didn't throw it away either. A year after buying the house, Grandma turned 82. Another birthday party. Another invitation. This time, I went without hesitation. She was sitting in the same community center, surrounded by family, looking older but happy. Jakey, my boy, I hugged her. Happy birthday, Grandma. You came. Oh, I'm so glad. My parents were there. They saw me but kept their distance. Respectful, not pushy. Cameron was there too. He'd gained some weight back, looked healthier. Hey, Jake. Cameron. How's the house? Good. Still fixing things up. That's great, man. Really great. We talked for a few minutes. Surface level stuff. But it was okay. Not forced. Just okay. Later, Dad approached me carefully. Jake, good to see you. Dad? The house. We heard. That's a big achievement. Thanks. I know we haven't been the parents you deserved, but we're proud of you. Really proud. I nodded. Thanks. If you ever want to show us the house, we'd love to see it. When you're ready. Maybe, someday. That's all we can ask for. Mom came over. She looked older, more tired. Jake, hi. You look well. Thanks, you too. I'm sorry for everything. I know saying it doesn't fix it, but I needed to say it anyway. I appreciate that. Can we start over, slowly? I thought about it. Maybe, in small steps, on my terms. Whatever you're comfortable with. That night, driving home, I thought about the last 3 years. The exam, the certification, the promotions, the house, the boundaries, the distance, the slow, painful growth. All of it. I didn't need their validation anymore. I'd built a life without it. But maybe, just maybe, there was room for them in it now. Not at the center. Not like before, but somewhere on the edges, where they'd earned a place through humility and time. 6 months later, I invited them to the house. Just for an hour. Just to see it. Mom cried when she walked through. Jake, this is beautiful. You did this yourself? Most of it. Still working on the backyard. Dad stood in the living room, looking around. This is really impressive, son. Thanks. Cameron came too. Brought a housewarming gift, a small plant. For the new place, congrats, man. Thanks. We had coffee, talked about small things. They didn't ask for money, didn't guilt trip, just existed in my space respectfully. When they left, Mom hugged me at the door. Thank you for letting us see this. It means everything. You're welcome. After they left, I stood in my living room. My house, my space, my life, built from nothing, built despite them, built through discipline, hard work, and boundaries. I thought about the dinner 3 years ago. Mom's voice, "You're just playing pretend with metal." I looked around at the house I'd bought with money from that pretend career. The job that paid $92,000 a year. The life I'd built while their house of cards collapsed. And I realized something. The best revenge wasn't proving them wrong. It was building something so solid, so real, so undeniable that their opinion stopped mattering.